the 9 months. So we should really continue these discussions to see how we can improve access and quick access to climate finance on this constituency, because the GCF is really targeting those 9 months from concept note to approval, but we still see from this side that that target is not met, especially for this constituency. So that brings me to the last point maybe I want to discuss is the third replenishment of GCF. So the GCF board at B45 formally launched the process for GCF3 for the replenishment. So a successful replenishment will mean larger overall resources, expanded projects pipeline, and stronger support for adaptation, loss and damage, adjacent resilience investment. So Africa must speak with one voice in this replenishment cycle. And we must argue with data, with dignity for replenishment that reflects the scale and the crisis of Africa on climate change and the readiness needs in terms of institutional transformations that is required to absorb and deploy climate finance in a responsible manner. So I will stop there for the opening remark, and I want to congratulate everyone that has worked on the funding proposal for Central African Republic, CDR also for Côte d'Ivoire, DIZ for Togo, the NDAs of those countries, and welcome the two new accredited entities, Mali Ford Center and the Equity Group, that are paving the way to enable more climate finance resource mobilization. Our task now will be to ensure that at B46 and every board thereafter, the African file continues to grow larger, arise faster, and delivers more. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Pierre. And I just want to, for those of you who came late, I also want to congratulate Pierre, because Pierre played a very key role in the Côte d'Ivoire funding proposal that was approved. And these are some of the things that we are trying to, to encourage across the continent, where we all rally behind, particularly direct access entities, and bring on board our respective capacities and skills, so that we're able to mobilize more funding. At the end of the day, it is Africa that benefits. Again, please let me indicate that we've been receiving a lot of requests that you either want to record or you want to have an AI take notes. We are recording the meeting, and as we've been doing every time, we will share the meeting outcomes with you. So please don't send those requests, because if we are to honor all those requests, we may not have room for other people that are coming to join. So please, we are recording it and we share the meeting outcomes with you. Thank you. So with those who just arrived, Pierre made a very introductory outcome of the key things that happened at the B45 in Dushanbe, Tajikistan. And I just want to, for the sake of those who did not I want to share the screen. Please, can you see the screen?
Not yet.
Can you see the screen?
Not yet, Tim. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. It's not showing. Mm.
Okay. Please, can you see it?
Yes, Tim.
It's
Yes.
booking. Okay, yes. It's
And I think I go to
now.
more, and then we do the the audio sharing. Anyway, I think if we could just do this. So as Pierre said, there were 10 funding proposals that were approved, and 7 of them had the FAAs at the same day. That is, the ceremony happened on 2nd July, just before the B45 came to an end. And this is where I want to pick up from, where Pierre ended. So when we look at GCF, you see that there are a lot of things that are improving. And it will not be of African interest if we are not able to rally to support each other. Before I come on that, half of the 10 projects that were approved also were approved within GCF 9-month concept note to board ready review target. So GCF have come up with some efficient measures to help streamline concept note and funding proposal submission, review, resubmission processes in order to make things more efficient. And if this is achieved, then funding proposals could be approved within just 9 months of the concept note submission. We had a project that took almost like 5 years. And if you use 5 years to develop a proposal, at the time that the proposal will even be approved, there are a lot of risks that have come into play. Market risk, financial risk, institutional risk, a lot of the things that when you started 5 years ago were relevant have changed. So this is a very good thing that GCF is doing in trying to streamline to help bring funding proposal preparation and approval processes very concise, streamlined, well coordinated, and then also very efficient. And on the continent, we have some experiences like this. You know, EIF in Namibia was able to get its funding proposal approved within it was less than 100 days. So GCF 3 months is actually looking at 9 months. Is even longer than what EIF was able to. EIF was under 100 days. So this is why we've been trying to resource some of these expertise that made it possible for EIF to shorten their pipeline duration, to communicate, to support, to try and guide other, particularly direct access entities, for us to reach, that level in Africa, where at least about 50% of the access entities are very efficient and they are able to fit into this new GCF approval, submission and approval processes. It would be great if we are able to do that. If we are not able to do that, we may be lacking behind, because if GCF has given 9-month concept note to board ready review, and we are currently doing it averagely about 2 to 3 years, we are going to fall behind as a continent. And access institutions like EIF are always available. Benedict, Carl Aribel, they are very, very helpful. If you are here and you are DAE, Direct Access Entity, and you need some support to come into this level of efficiency, we are ready to leverage their expertise. We will get in touch with them, or you could even get in touch with them. And we actually encourage that on the continent, where if you believe that there is something that you could benefit, you could reach out to other access entities. If you cannot do that and you come to us, we will facilitate that. We've been able to help a lot of direct access entities to facilitate this. And this is very, very important due to the outcome of this B45. We need to be in a position where almost about 50% of our direct access entities are able to fit within this GCF 9-month concept note to board ready review target. The other one that hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Tim, very clear.
Okay. The other one that PL said that I believe that we also have to move in that direction was that out of the 10 funding proposals that were approved, 7 signed the FAA. FAA stands for Funded Activity Agreement. 7 of the 10 projects signed the FAA at the same day. And 2 of those funded projects were from Africa, the one for Togo and one for Cote d'Ivoire, that PL also helped work on. Now, we have done this before. You see, the SAP 045 by 1 Acre Fund and the FP 245 by Rwanda were approved at B40, and they had the FAA execution and effectiveness, not even the FAA execution, but the effectiveness the same day after the board approval. So how could we mobilize this expertise of 1 Acre Fund and the Rwanda MOE? Rwanda MOE, I think about last year, they shared some of their expertise. And we told you that if you are an access entity who is really looking at how do I also work things out, that if my project is approved, I will reduce the FAA lag, because currently FAA lag is one of the key things that Africa we are really suffering. Ours is almost about 4-8 days after the approval, but we could reduce that. And once again, if you want, you could reach out to Rwanda MOE. You could reach out to 1 Acre Fund. And if you cannot, please let us know and we will facilitate that because we need to work together. We need to pull together. We need to push together. And that is the main reason why we're doing this. Now, because of time, we want to go into the questions and answers. And, if any of those interventions could be around these areas, and then also around the regionalization, it will be very, very helpful. So we want to dedicate the next, I think, next 30 minutes to discussions, questions and answers, what you do not really understood, or if you have some very constructive suggestions how we could improve some of the things that we've been saying here, or even how we could take advantage of the regionalization where we're going to have one regional office in Cote d'Ivoire and the other regional office in Kenya. If you have some constructive ideas where we could all look it together, that would be very, very helpful. Before then, I want to know if Dr. Entry is on, Dr. Entry Bosiakun, to acknowledge him and also to give him the first floor. He told me that you'll be joining. Dr. Entry Bosiakun is one of the board members of GCF, and he is always very supportive, coming to share some of the board perspectives with us. Dr. Entry, are you on? I'm not able to see from but if you are on, please, you could go ahead. Okay, he told me that he may join later. So please, we now open the floor. If you have a question, if you have any suggestion as to some of the things that we've discussed, if you need any further clarification, we'll be glad to do that. And you can show forth by your digital hand. Hello, did you hear me? For some reason, I
Yes.
am okay. I am I am actually in Manila, with the Fund for Loss and Damage ninth board, and I have to. We just finished, and I have to find a place to do this with the internet. So sometimes I wonder if I'm actually being heard. If I'm being heard, that is great. And any of you on, who is also in Manila, I've actually seen one colleague, a very long time colleague from World Bank, also here in Manila for the loss and damage fund. And if you are here, please, let's also connect after this. So okay, so we open the floor. Any question, any input, any clarification, or some constructive suggestion? Pierre, on your side, I cannot see anything. On your side, do you see any hand, any digital hand?
No, Tim, I don't see any hands at this moment. and but I see that Ibrahim is here. Dr. Ibrahim Togola seems to be here, and he's the ED of the Mali Folk Center, which got accredited. If I'm not mistaken, Dr. Togola, congrats again.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Togola. Congratulations. So today, rather, we decided that we have to give more time for discussion and question and answers, because most of the time when we finish the debriefing, people want a lot of questions answered. People want a lot of clarification. And I think today we did a very good job clarifying. So there wasn't any question. Usually we are not able to answer our questions before we close. So today, Pierre, I think we've done a very good job.
Yes, indeed.
Because I haven't seen any digital hand. I haven't, which seems that things were very clear enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that is where we are, and we are doing this so that we could all work together, join our expertise and resources and skills together. Um, there is an adage that if you want to go very fast, you go all by yourself. If you want to go very far, you take others with you. And that is one of the reasons why this is very, very important. We have to be able to take others with us. And if you have any suggestions, if you have any expertise, if you have any, way that you could, support other access entities, or if you need such, we could always put you in touch. We have a lot of them are on the call today, where if you are in need of that expertise, we could put you in touch. And Pierre's support for the CGR that has resulted in the approval for Cote d'Ivoire is one of the indication. So congratulations, Togo. Congratulations, Cote d'Ivoire. Congratulations, Folk Center of Mali. Doc, congratulations again. Congratulations, Equity Fund of Kenya. And I believe that today we've done a very good job. This is a strategic briefing. And just to recap, there are two major outcomes that came out that has implications for our portfolio. One is being able to deliver with the GCF new 90, 9 months concept note to funding approval window. We need to build our skills to be able to fit into that. And then also the FAA lag that is really being encouraged to be reduced, so that when projects are approved, the FAA execution and FAA effectiveness will go ahead. And this is very critical because it's able to reduce funding proposal implementation issues. So with that, I think we will thank you. And if there is no question, we will end the strategic briefing unless anyone has a question. But from the look of this, I think this one we did everything is clear enough. So there is not much questions for that. So thank you very much. And thank you, Pierre, for the insightful introductory briefing, and then also for a lot of things that you're doing for Africa. Let's push together, and together, all of us, we will help Africa mobilize and deploy GCF resources at scale. So, colleagues, stakeholders, thank you also for making the time to join, to help us push together. Thank you very much. And
Thank you, team.
Thank you, team.
Okay, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.